Ask Tom on Home Show.
Nathan from LaPorte, Texas, needs a little door advice.
Well, it's because he's replacing this 12-window, 32 by 80 panel door. He says, Nathan writes, it goes from my garage into a stairway for the first and second floors. This door is not fire rated, so it doesn't keep out the heat. And I'm reading that fiberglass is the best way to go. I do have a Geldwin door upstairs. I like it, but they're pricey. What are your suggestions for a door that's both fairly inexpensive, and is fiberglass the best way to go?
Well, first off, if it needs to be a fire-rated door, then you're going to have to buy a fire-rated door. Whatever you pick, whether it's fiberglass, it could be solid wood. Most of them are solid wood. Whatever the case may be, it's got to have a fire rating. It's got to be stamped for that and tested for that and certified for that. If you don't care, then you can buy anything you want that you like, whether it's a glass door or a wood door or fiberglass door, if you're not concerned about the fire rating aspect of it. Most fire rated doors that I know of do not have glass in them, so I don't think you're going to find any with glass. But as far as inexpensive, I like fiberglass doors. They're not super expensive, and they don't warp, they don't crack. You can paint them, you can stain them, you can do a lot of different things with them if that's what you want to do. If you want to get the same door you have, you can certainly buy one of those too. They're a dime a dozen, those divided light doors that you can get different. You can get 5, 12, whatever, how many lights you want on there. You can just get a single piece of glass too. But it all depends if you're going to follow the rules or not, having a fire rated door to a attached garage, or if you just want to get any door you want, then just go out and shop. If you're in the Houston area, Door Clearance Center will have a bunch of different selections, and they're all going to be pretty close in price, whatever you want, because that's just, it looks like a 32 or 36 inch. If you want to get a pre-hung door, frame and all, it'll be all ready to go. And if you want to go to, say, Door Clearance Center, and you say it's a 36 inch standard door, you want the whole unit because you buy it as a unit, and you say, I want a fire door, what are my options and what's the least expensive one you have? I'm sure they'll show you a whole bunch of them because they really aren't that expensive if you just get a solid wood door. And a solid wood door would be fine there. They're heavy, and they have a burn through time. I think it's 45 minutes before it'll burn through. And they're not expensive. They're just heavy to hang.
So it's a code thing, or that he has to have a fire rated door. And I guess, is that because it comes from the garage into the house?
Any attached garage. No, it's a good question. Any garage that's attached to a home has got to be a fire rated sheetrock. It's got to be fire rated door if there's a door going into the house from the garage, because you have cars, you have combustibles, you have fertilizers and gasolines and things like that stored in there. So every attached garage must meet those requirements. If you have a detached garage like I have, and you don't have any living space on top or any living space around, it's not a problem. But in that area where it's a garage, you have to have fire rated products on the walls. A good example of how a house on stilts, whether it's on the beach or on the river or whatever, wherever it is, the areas that have no garage, it doesn't matter what you put on the ceiling. Inside the garage, it's got to be a fire rated sheetrock. So it has to be fire rated and go through the testing.
I'm just going to, for sake of discussion, point out that this door that he's replacing right there doesn't appear to be fire rated right now.
No, it's glass. It's not. It's not.
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, he's making a big deal about it being fire rated. I'm thinking, you've been living La Vida Loca so far. So
most fire rated doors from garages will be a solid core 1 3/4 inch wood door. It's pretty simple. And the frame is going to have a special frame on there just to hold it in place because it's so heavy. It's all it is. It's nothing that's rocket science. It's just a thick wood door that takes a while to burn through. It's solid. It doesn't have foam on the inside, an insulated door.
Hey, you know what doesn't take long to burn through? One of these forms right here. You can fill that thing out in a jiffy by clicking the Ask Tom button at HomeShowRadio.com and sending us your question, maybe even a picture like Nathan did, and we can answer you, even if you're in LaPorte. And then, of course, we'll post it every... that's homage to Tom's very first call, 30...
My very first show, yes. LaPorte, you're on the air. That was it. They're all yelling at me.
And
it was a bad day after that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that my mistakes don't follow me around. But anyway,
Laura Morris and Margaret. Yes,
Yeah,
they were not happy.
we post these on the internet, and so
Yes.
you can see our mistakes anytime you want by visiting our YouTube channel at Home Show Radio YouTube channel, or you can find new ones of these posted every week at HomeShowRadio.com.